Hey everybody, good evening and welcome back to another edition of the Pokemon Black Nuzlocke. We're going through with our good friend Rezloke here as we try to make up for some of the losses from our stream from last time. Give me just a second to pull up pull up the chat so I can see all of y'all's lovely faces in there. And by faces, of course, I mean your chit chat. Is this all? Yep, so that's all good. And there, ooh, that is loud. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we are ready to rock this and or roll it. If you hear any background noise, well, I'm sorry. That's just part of life. Let's go ahead. We're just gonna pop this out. What? Oh, how would I? Yes, sign in. What? You silly thing. Come on. Yes, I'm live, you don't say. Watchman, hey! Good to see you there. I'm just about ready to get things going here. There we go. Now I got the chat pulled up. Okay. And hopefully the frames will catch up here, but alright, I do not remember how I left the team. Okay, so yeah, we got Fluey here, and he's doing okay for himself. A4, although we need levels. Courage, getting a little beat up. So we're gonna, for the sake of safety, we're gonna top him off. Do I have a regular regular potion? I have two of them. Okay, good enough for now. Alright. Yeah, rest at the thing. Okay, yeah. So that's right. I'm exploring this area, trying to get a little bit of leveling done in prep for the bug gym coming up. So we lucked out in grabbing Fluey. Once he learns some fire attacks, it should make that bug gym a lot easier. Okay, so we got the Sandstorm going, and that's never gonna be good. So we're still going to use Courage. Intimidate is just really, really good. So even with that Timber being a fighting type, yeah, see, between Intimidate and then Courage having the Eviolite, that's just going to do a world of hurt. So we'll just Retaliate, base power 70, getting the stab bonus. Courage is fine. Courage got this. We're still gonna Rock Smash just to take out the last stat there. Oh, darn it. I was really hoping I would at least get a level up for Fluey there. And what do we got here? Torment! That's just not a good move. Not a good move. And hidden item there. Ooh, an ether. And what do we got? Burn heal. So, fun story. I was Wonder Trading a long while back. This was the best Wonder Trade I ever got. It was a shiny Wailord called Your Mom, and it was holding a burn heal. To this day, I still have Your Mom. It lives in one of my boxes, awaiting the day that it can be transferred. Although, oh wait, Wailord is in this game. Oh, or not this game. It is in Sword and Shield, so I can actually transfer it once Pokemon Home comes out. Yeah, no, I'm not even kidding, Watchmen. I will take a picture of it, show it to you guys. It's obviously not holding the burn heal anymore, but it still makes me laugh. I mean, it was obviously hacked. I can't imagine that anybody is gonna be. It's a Hypno. Okay. Yeah, I've heard tell of Hypnos named like Cosby. That was a rather poignant one. Do I want to stay? I don't want to risk him. Jello still makes me think of Bill Cosby because they got him to do the Jello Jigglers ads. Oh, you're gonna swagger the courage? Swagger the courage? Alright, so I will. Oh my gosh, what is it with courage and confusion? Oh my gosh. Why you gotta be this way, Scraggy? It's intimidated, and you've got levels on it. Let's go and send out Bucky. Anyway, setting the ground here, expectations. I don't expect this to be a super long stream. Oh, crit, okay. You know, an hour tops. Unless, you know, miracles happen, I suppose, but yeah, just really wanted to get something on the books for today, because honestly, I'm as excited to go through this as hopefully you guys are to watch it. I have a lot of fun doing this. It's actually it's funny to me because I have done a number of Nuzlockes. Oh, and Tyler's even going to be on later. Oh, good. I wasn't able to confirm that in the chat, so that's good to hear. I was in the middle of saying something. I forget what it is, so it clearly was not important. Oh yeah, I'm excited to go through this as you guys. I've done a number of Nuzlockes on my own, and they have been almost flawless. I think at most I lose like one dude. I may lose a handful during the Elite Four / the champion fight, but mostly it's fine. But for whatever reason, this one's being a lot more challenging. I think it's because I'm kind of forcing myself to stay on target level and move forward, even when I don't think I'm necessarily ready, just for the sake of progressing. and it's making a really interesting challenge. Bucky should be fine. Oh, that's right, I did give him Grass Knot. Okay. Oh man, I need something better than Water Gun for Bucky though. Ugh. I don't remember. You get Scald like in the mountains or something maybe? No, I don't think that's right. But hopefully I get it soon. 'Cause that would be really nice. But yeah, so just grind, 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 because I'm not even at a reasonable enough level to take on Lenora's gym, let alone the level that I'm assuming that Burgh's gym is at. Castilia gym. Although, so question for anybody who is tuning in right now. So there's going to be a fair bit of grinding involved, apparently. I am wondering, do you guys want this on stream? Do you want to see the grindage, the slog, or do you just want that taken care of beforehand, so that we can just jump right in and get with the battling? I am personally okay either way. Sometimes just the chill grind, chat and grind can almost be soothing. Grind with a topic on chat. I think that's a great idea. I will have to set up a bot command to help with that. And without going into too many details there, Watchmen, I'm actually trying to figure out a good way to get that mix-it-up bot running in a capacity that is not going to bog down our computers, and I can just leave it running basically on somewhere on the server. But that's going to require some logistics on my part. It should be a fun challenge for me, though. I'm looking forward to it. But then we can disable the Streamlabs bot and just rely on Mix It Up. Burp. Oh, ooh, oh, that's nope, 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 nope. Tell Austin he can shove it. But yeah, I get lazy with the Streamlabs OBS because it prompts me for the title before I go live. Regular OBS does not, but fortunately with the bot, I can just run a command to update the title in the game. So. Thank you, Watchman. You are a good pal. Oh, Watchman, I don't think you were here when I was asking this question, and I don't think I got a definitive answer. So, what are we thinking about as far as a shiny clause goes? I know that some Nuzlocke rules add a stipulation that regardless of where it appears, if you encounter a shiny, you are allowed to catch it. I don't put a lot of stock in shinies, but it's also kind of a fun little... Oh my gosh, double sand attack, you are a jerk. And I still hit anyway. Ha ha! Sucks to be you. But I don't want lightning to have to strike twice. It can be fun to be able to have a shiny, just if fortune favors you that way. From Bulbapedia... Why am I not surprised that Bulbapedia has an entry? As another mercy rule, if a player runs into a shiny Pokemon, the player may still catch it. Right. It's just a... Do we want to run with that or not? I kind of want to run with it just because it sounds fun. I don't know that I've ever actually encountered a shiny during my Nuzlocks, but, you know, there's always a chance. Wow, really? Okay, cool. Yeah, I need to... My problem with Bulbapedia isn't with Bulbapedia itself, but rather the wiki engine that it's built on. Yeah, so for the Team 4-star Nuzlocks, because I've watched all of theirs because they're good fun, they don't believe in the shiny clause, so there is actually a part during their Sun and Moon run where they encounter a shiny Lycanroc, and the agony that the chat goes through as they KO it is absolutely sweet. So, let's see here. Watchman, since I think you might be the only one in the chat, I don't know. But if we're just going to do a grind and chat, I have no problem letting you start off just picking out a topic and we can go. We can consider this kind of a AMA if we want. I don't mind. Or we can do something a little more, or a little different. Just me, he says. It happens. I mean, this is why, you know, streaming later in the evening is... I don't know, I still need to dial in the best time. I think that I can get a little more traction if I do it a little closer to post-work. So, anywhere from 3 to 6 p.m. First starter, Pokemon Gen 1 and why? So is that which one I think is best, or which one did I pick? Oh, shoot. Because if it's... Which one did I pick? Okay, so my very first one. So, 13-year-old me brings home a copy of Pokemon Blue version. I believe I picked... No, I know I picked Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur was my very first one. The thing is, I can't remember why. It could have been that I talked it over with my cousin, who got the red version the same day, and he picked a different one, and so we just wanted to make sure we'd at least have 2 different ones. I think he picked Squirtle. And then it wasn't until I really began playing through that I realized that Bulbasaur is kind of the easy mode pick, because he's good against a lot of those early gyms, and then that lets you really power up the rest of your guys. He's the best. I mean, yeah, define best, right? But I really do. And then, of course, it was probably biased from then on, but Venusaur was always kind of my favorite. Just out of hipster hipster pride. I've never been a big Charizard fan. I know he's the kind of the fan favorite, and one of the few starters to regularly see competitive play, even though he's not great. But then Gen 6 comes along, gives him 2 amazing Megas, both of which are great. And that continued into Gen 7, since you got Megas in there, and then now you've got Gigantamax Charizard, which is also really good. But, you know, I also personally don't think it's super fair that Charizard gets to be the only one in the sun. I would love to see some of the other starters get some love. I would love to see some of the other starters from other generations to get some love. Fat Mohican! What up, my dude? Yeah, we're just doing a grind and chat session, so we're just talking about... Watchman asked me which starter I went with in Gen 1 and why. For the record, I did go with Bulbasaur. And I carried that into Gen 2, by the by. I went with Chikorita, which was a little disappointing. Actually, did I go with Chikorita? Ooh, did I go with Chikorita or Cyndaquil? Now I can't remember. I know I have played through with Cyndaquil. No, I think I went with Chikorita. But Chikorita's move pool in Silver was kind of garbage. Not as bad as Trico's, mind you. Bulbasaur. But, actually, you know what? You went Cyndaquil? Cyndaquil is adorable, and even though he's got the same stats as Charizard, his mono fire typing is actually pretty decent. And then, of course, later on, you know, looking into the future, his move pool that he gets is actually pretty decent. Oh, yeah? You've tried to go grass each time? That's awesome. But Totodile, or rather Feraligatr. Feraligator's, like, scary. If you actually train one real good, he's another Pokemon that has, like, you got stats in the right places. And, he gets... Isn't his hidden ability Sheer Force or something like Redonk like that? It's either that or... No, I don't think it's Strong Jaw. I think it's like Sheer Force, something actually like really good. So yeah, he hits like a truck. And then... But yeah, I did... Yeah, absolutely. I did go with Chikorita and then Meganium. I like Meganium. I still like it just because of its... wonderfully goofy design, right? Like, how can you hate that? It's just this Jolly Brontosaurus flower thing. And yeah, you can't hate that. Anyone that thinks they do is just lying to themselves. Gen 3 was... So Gen 3 is a little bit of a sore spot for me, only because Gen 3 is actually where I stopped playing for a little bit. You know, by then I was closer to 18 than not, and you know, I thought I was too cool for school and felt that Pokemon was just getting a little samey and wasn't really captivating me in the same way, and so I just sort of put it down. I owned a copy of Sapphire, but I was just like, whatever. And it wasn't until... yeah, until I graduated college. And I saw a poster at my local games. Oh, but starter for Gen 3. So we've got Torchic, we've got Mudkip, and Trico. Memes aside, I love Mudkip. I am almost positive yeah, no, I know I went with Mudkip. He's just too cute. And then, again, looking at the big picture of things, Swampert is just really good. Watchmen, I'm sure you remember in our first draft that I did pick Swampert, and yeah, it's real good. Real good. Getting work done. But Mudkip is just toads adorbs. But anyway, so I went into that GameStop like after I graduated college, and I saw a flyer for Mega Swole. Yeah, dude. He is a poster child for why you never skip leg day. I saw the poster for Heart Gold Soul Silver. Now, with my cousin and myself, we loved the absolute crap out of Gold and Silver. I think that any kid that went through Gold and Silver, like during its time, will never forget it, just because of the unique experience that it was. And so when we saw Heart Gold Soul Silver was a thing, I was like, dude, I gotta go back and replay this. So I grabbed Soul Silver, my cousin grabbed Heart Gold, and man, I was back on that Poké train in full force. I didn't play Diamond, I hadn't played Diamond and Pearl, so I bought Diamond. I had always been kind of interested in the... Yeah, no, they are... Along with Black and White, right? Heart Gold, Soul Silver are absolutely near and dear to my heart. And again, for a number of reasons. It's where I got my my start kind of trying some of the competitive stuff. I had been reading Cerebi for years and reading their Pokemon of the Day. Or no, actually, I wasn't at the time. That's right. Because my friend told me that, oh, did you know if you just fight the same Pokemon over and over, like if you fight Rapidash a bunch of times, you'll get faster? And I was like, okay, great, yeah, why not just tell me that Mew's under the truck? Because, seriously, it sounds like the kind of thing that you tell someone else just to troll them. It's like, no, like, serious, I don't understand it. And I'm like, whatever. So, but then I did online research, and I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, that's actually exactly how it works. This is crazy. And that's when the rabbit hole really opened up for me. Facade. No, I don't want you to learn Facade. And that's when I started to EV train. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Was such a... IV and EV was such a mystery. Yeah. And... yeah, I began to try to do breeding and training. I got my very first shiny in Soul Silver because I was grinding against Rapidash for speed, and shiny Rapidash was actually my very first shiny. So yep, it's still sitting in my box, but I will never forget that one. On that note, with Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, Turtwig was my starter of choice, since we're on Gen 4 now. Turtwig is probably still my favorite from there. I know that Monferno... No, that's not right. Infernape, there we go. Gets, or at least got, competitive play, while Torterra did not. Empoleon still has the niche, unless I miss my mark, of being the only water steel type. And he sees a little bit of play every now and then as an oddball pick. But I love Torterra. I think, wait, is Grass Ground still unique typing? It might be. Might be. But yeah, I picked it. The why I picked it was just, it was super cute. It was a toss-up between Turtwig and Piplup, and I think I leaned toward Turtwig for kind of the same reason as Mohican, right? Of just like, well, I've always picked grass, or I picked grass most of the time. Let's go with grass, so I did. And then, yeah, I did lots of IV training and EV training in Heart Gold Soul Silver, and so I was super hyped when Black and White was coming out, which is yet another reason why Black and White is one of my favorite games, because it's really when I began to, it was the first one that right out of the gate I dug in deep to it. And I wasn't disappointed either. And I'm trying to remember if I picked Snivy or Tepig. I may have picked Tepig. No, I'm almost positive I picked Tepig. That would have been my first fire starter pick. Not that Emboar, especially just in Black and White, not that Emboar is anything super special, but Tepig, super cute. I think Gen 5 does have the misfortune of having some of the least useful maximum evolved Pokemon, a superior. Favorite type and why? I generally find myself favoring, like mentally, I favor steel types. Only because the defenses that it offers is just so good. A lot of steel type Pokemon are just very strong, able to tank hits. And I like that a lot. Not to mention that with the introduction of the fairy typing, steel became so much more viable in the meta. And not to be super basic, but I also find myself liking a lot of the dragons. But part of that I think is just because that I think Game Freak favors the dragons as well. And there's at least one dragon in every game that's pretty cool. You know, there's almost always the quasi-legendary dragon in each game. Although I can't... What was Gen 2's? Did Gen 2 have one? I can't think. I mean, we had Dragonite, of course, for Gen 1. Ghost? Yeah, no, absolutely could have guessed that, Watchmen. So why is Ghost your favorite, actually? Do enlighten me on that. I'm really curious. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was not a dragon, but yes, you are right. He did fit the same. No, Flygon was Gen 3. And he had a very, very brief moment in the spotlight. And then Garchomp happened. Ooh, story time. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Ghost! My first kid's meal toy was a Ghostbusters toy, Marshmallow Man pencil sharpener. Okay. Since then, I've basically been all about... Dude, actually, I really understand what you mean by that. There's sometimes just something that impacts you profoundly when you're a kid, and you just stick with it. That's actually really cool. I didn't realize there was that connection between the two. So that means you're only a little bit excited about the new movie coming out? No, she threw it, and now it's behind the... But as far as like dragons in particular go, well, which led me to do more research and learn about what people believe about ghosts and such. Oh, okay. So now it's kind of a pet project thing almost. Which spiraled into a crazy time in college and lots of time in old dusty libraries. Ah, the perfect place to be researching about ghosties, right? It got weird. Every time I hear that phrase, I just think of Austin Powers. It got weird, didn't it? Yeah. Ghost Pokemon are neat. Yeah. Gengar is a homie. Yeah, I know that like there was much wailing and gnashing of teeth when he lost Levitate, and rightfully so. But he's still real good. I mean, even without... Levitate was just an amazing defensive measure for him. But he's still so fast and hits so hard. And, you know, now they gave him a Gigantamax form. And by the by, yes, I love his Gigantamax. It's just terrifying. Just this maw into hell. But for me, so kind of cycling back around, for me, a lot of what causes me to like a thing kind of is a bunch of factors. One is just the general design, right? Like, is it cool? Do I look at it and think, wow, that's really awesome? And it's bolstered by, is it good? / is it useful? That's just how I think. Plus, I think Ghostmons have by far the best dex entries. Yes, they do. They consistently have some of the best ones. But because of Game Freak kind of favoring the dragons, they not only have some great designs, but they also tend to be, well, really good. You know, Gen 5, we get Haxorus. I think his design is really cool. And he's good. He's got... So one of the other things that makes Gen 5 neat, here we'll segue for a minute, is that it was really an introduction of a ton of Pokemon that had stats in all the right places. They may not have had a high stat point count, but they had the stats where it mattered. So like Haxorus has mediocre defenses, sure, but he hits like a flippin' truck and he's pretty fast. You know, he's not Dragapult, but yeah, he's fast. And he has a really solid move pool. And there are a bunch of Pokemon like that in Gen 5, and I think that was a really cool thing to see. But yeah, so just the general usefulness of the dragons, and then their general cool designs. I tend to subconsciously favor them, even though I like steel types. When he was coming out, like, I'll play my hipster card. When Black and White was coming out, I really thought Ferrothorn was awesome. Like, his design was just super cool to me. I was like, oh man, I really want one. And then it turns out, you know, he's one of the absolute best walls in the game. One of, I will underscore that. Skarmory, I've thought was pretty cool. Honestly, not big on Celesteela, even though I know it's good. Heatran, actually, as far as favorite steel type goes, I would probably have to say Heatran. Heatran was really cool. Super powerful, bulky. As long as he didn't get hit by a ground attack, he was a terrifying threat. Lucario. I won't be afraid to play that card. I think Lucario is super rad. Although, honestly, that probably comes from playing Smash Brothers Brawl. because I played that before I played any of the Gen 4 games. And so I got to play as Lucario, and I'm like, man, this guy's really cool. And so I made sure that when I played through my Gen 4, that I found a Lucario, and I'm like, oh, he's really cool. And I actually still have two of them, two of the first ones I ever bred, Apex and Alpha, and they still live on in my box to this day. Uh-oh. Got a little mini Bruce Banner here. You know, if you had asked me a while ago, like, what my least favorite type is, I probably would have said Poison. But once again, with the introduction of Fairy typing, Poison really found itself redeemed. I like Dark type as well. I think a lot of Dark type Pokemon are really cool. A lot of, like, Dark is really almost bipolar, though. Some of them are really cool, and some of them are really bad. So, like, you get Liepard, which, while it has a niche use, is just really not that great. But then you have Crocodile. You've got Grimmsnarl now. I just realized we've never seen a dark type no, of course we have. Hydreigon. Duh. Have we seen a psychic type dragon though? I'm trying to think. Psychic type dragon. Psychic dragon. It's not a fantastic typing, but it would be interesting. I mean, defensively, it wouldn't be a fantastic typing. I suppose depending on move pool and what it was designed to do. Could be interesting. I don't think we've seen any, though. Because we have a Dragon Normal now. We've got a handful of Dragon Fires. Got some Dragon Waters now, albeit only 2 of them. No, 3, sorry. We've got 2 Dragon Grass, well, 3 Dragon Grass. Got 2 Dragon Grounds. Dragon Rock? Do we have any rock dragons? Not to be confused with rock lobsters, mind you, but... Don't you avoid my attack, you fool? Killing me, Smalls. Get that crit. Nice work, Bucky. Oh my goodness. Fluey, what level do you evolve at? I must know for science. Who's chatting? Ah, yes. Darmanitan. Oh my gosh, you don't evolve till level 35. Gross! But you get Sheer Force. And this is really, really good. Yeah, okay. So what can I throw on him to really does Flare Blitz have a chance to burn? I think it does. Yes, so Flare Blitz is disgusting. What TMs can I give you? No. No. Brick Break is gonna be... I know you get superpower, but I don't want the downside of it. Brick Break... No, I was thinking of... Rock Smash. You get Bulldoze. Do you get Earthquake? No. But you get Bulldoze. That could... Oh, wait. I'm not looking at your Gen 5 moveset. Derp derp. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. There you go. Yes, you do get Earthquake. Cool. Not that you benefit from sheer power, but whatever. Alright. And... Rock Slide is going to be your better pick. Okay. Yeah, we can do some fun stuff. Burp, burp. Alrighty. Sorry for that little break there. I tend to get lost in a lot of the research. Just looking up a lot of those fine details and this, that, and the other thing. If you could have a shiny, any shiny from the Gen 8 decks, which would it be? I will be blunt, my dude. I would have to look. I don't go out of my way to look at the shinies, and so it's really just more of an afterthought. I am working on breeding out my Rotom for the draft, and I looked at it shiny, and I was like, oh yeah, Rotom's shiny is actually really cool. So, you know, I wouldn't mind that one. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones just off the top of my head that I know are cool. I know it was brought up in an outside conversation, but Haxorus's shiny is also really, really cool. Oh! Why? Oh my goodness, you filthy little monster. I'm trying to rack my brain here. I actually don't even know what the starters look like shiny. I don't think I've actually looked that up. Who else? Who has a cool shiny? I actually... You know what? I am now curious. Hang on. What is... What's your shiny look like? Oh. Galvantula's shiny is weak sauce. Oh my gosh. It's just like a more saturated version of its normal color palette. Wow. Conkeldurr's just looks like he's roid raging. What's Corviknight's? No, that's right. Pokemon DB does not have most of the Gen 8 sprites loaded yet. Yeah, it's... I understand the allure, right? It's just, it's something different. Plus, it's a goal, right? So it operates almost on the same mechanic as like a slot machine. You just keep pulling that lever. Nothing, nothing, nothing. And then you get it. You get the thing you've been wanting, and it just triggers that reaction in your brain, and you're like, oh, cool, and that's why you keep doing it. But it's just never been enticing to me. I've never been one to say, oh yeah, I've got this huge shiny collection. That's never been my thing. I like having... But that goes back to me being me, and I value skill pretty highly. How many years until Dorito gets his Golden Gloom? I called it his Golden Gloomy? Tell me I'm wrong, though. I give it 3 more months. I mean, that being said, once we get to talk to him, yeah, no, now he must name it Gloomy once he does finally get it. And if he wants to go like a few layers deeper, he can always just call it Marvin. This is actually a question for you, Watchman, and this kind of came up in a backhanded conversation I was having with a friend. Are there Pokemon TCG drafts, like booster drafts? I have to imagine there are. Watchman, did I lose you? Did those mean and evil customers come and take you away from what's truly important? Fire Fang. Fire Fang. Fire Fang. I feel like I need to use PP ups on Retaliate because I feel like Courage is just going to be dragging that along. And realistically, outside of Return, Strength is one of the next best normal type moves, and this is not much lower than that. Base power 70 is not bad. I may be keeping it for a minute. Okay. So, we have been streaming for about the hour that I said that I would. We will hopefully have... I haven't received confirmation on it, but I believe we will be having Oh, Watchman, don't worry about it. Work is a thing. Pokemon TCG draft. Yeah, is that a thing? Short answer is no. Can we make it a thing? Although I suppose that would be a lot harder just because of evolutions. There's gotta be a way to make it work. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, I figured. You know, once I thought through the logistics of it, but I've been streaming for about the hour that I said I would. Watchman, have we gotten confirmation that... Yeah, with the way evolution works. Have we gotten confirmation that Tyler will be streaming tonight? The dependence the game has on trainer cards. Agreed. Pokemon Commander is a thing? Dude. EDH. Pokemon. Who would the Elder Dragons be in Pokemon? Dragonite? Just a group of like grizzly old Dragonite. Okay, so we do not currently have confirmation that Tyler will be streaming, but we can always hope. So, with that being said, make sure you follow the channel. That way you can get the notifications when we go live. We are close to working out a schedule in January. If you're watching this really post, that'll be January 2020. We hope to have a schedule finalized of when we will be streaming and who will be streaming. You can also look forward to a lot more content of us prepping for the draft that Team Quantum will be holding, the Pokemon draft. That'll be awesome. We may, or actually no, Ryan, take note, we'll need to make a YouTube video uploading and explaining what the draft is, what the goal is, and going over the team picks. I think that would actually be a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for stopping by. I had a great time. Rezloke has a lot more grinding ahead of her, so that is a bummer. But it's just part of how things go, right? But until next time, I'm looking forward to it, and I will see you then.